Yeah, it's the ultimate cowboy rodeo. I was here last year. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite events. I was pretty pumped because I've grown up going to rodeos. I'm from a small town, but this is a whole other level of crazy. So we've got Tim, who's the announcer. First off, Tim, anyone who hasn't been to an how are you doing this morning?
I'm well, how are you? Good to see you.
Anyone who's never been to an ultimate cowboy rodeo, because you come to the Stampede Rodeo.
Yes.
This is the next level as far as the crop of cowboys you're going to see. So tell us about it.
It's a little different. With the Ultimate Cowboy, what we do is we take them out of their comfort zone and they compete in each and every event. So you have bareback riders in the tie-down roping, you have steer wrestlers in the bronc riding, and it makes for an awesome mix.
Well, you think about it, the doors open at 7, the event starts at 8, but I'm thinking if there's somebody who's a roper and another guy that's a rider, you'll think, oh, the roper's taking it, and all of a sudden...
You bet.
It'll change as far as the competition.
So many dynamics involved in it when the Cowboys have to do all of the events.
Yeah.
And they're really not at all used to doing it in a competition situation. So what they've done is they've opened up their hearts to us, they've practiced the whole pile, maybe tried something new, and it's really great for them to have it.
Well, practice a whole pile, and they had to qualify, which is different from last year, so I can't imagine how you guys have upped the ante as far as...
We upped the ante as far as a whole pile of money added. We're going to add to the piles one more time.
Okay.
And now that we have the money there, the Cowboys want to be here to compete in order to win that money. So what we had to do this year was qualify them from about 20 guys down to 12. So these are really the 12 best guys in the world. From Australia to southern New Mexico, they're all here.
All right, yeah, I was going to say, any of the ladies right now, just set down your oatmeal spoon and take this in. We've got, what is it, how many Cowboys from Australia? 3?
There's 2 from Australia.
2 from Australia.
4 from the States.
4 from the States.
The rest are from right here in Canada.
Right here.
And the majority of them are young, rich, and single.
Oh, wow, I didn't even, well, there you go, my goodness. So right here we've got Tutu.
Yes.
That's your baby name.
Yes.
We're working on his stage name. He's a little embarrassed of the
We'll develop a television name today, yes.
But anyway, so I was going to hop on this guy and send him back to the studio. Now,
crawl on.
Okay.
He's all yours.
Okay, Tutu, here we go. Now, one last thing. The doors open at 7.
You bet.
We should talk about what's going to happen later in the night, because it is, I mean, this is Stampede. New Year's, I just lost all of my gadgets, so I can't hear you. I don't know what my times are, so Nick, you'll have to tell me. 30 seconds. Okay, I got 30 seconds. Thanks, Nick. The last thing, since you have a mic, since you have a mic and I'll talk into it.
I'm over here. There you go.
Can you tell us a little bit about Ringing in the New Year? Because this is a New Year's Eve party.
It is. Tonight, Ringing in the New Year for the Cabaret, we have the honor to announce CCMA-nominated Boom Chukka Boys will be right back here during the Cabaret. You'll be able to ring the New Year in a spectacular fashion.
Well, there you have it at the Agrium Center. I'm just getting to your mic. I'm not getting fresh. The doors open at 7. We'll talk more about tickets later this morning.
Kristin looks so comfortable on that horse. She just like climbed up right on there.
Up.
I've never been on a horse.
The horse's name is Tutu. Now, Kristin, did you guys come up with a stage name for Tutu yet?
We haven't come up with a stage name yet because I want to get to know Tutu first. You know, I'm getting to know his character. What I did learn about him is that he started New Year's Eve resolutions early because we tried to give him a Timbit, or we'll call it a donut to keep it politically correct, even though I already said it, and he didn't want it. So, I mean, extremely disciplined horse over there. That might go into the name as well. Let's get to the important things. I'm standing with Chris and Julie. First of all, I guess we'll talk to you, Julie, about, like I said, outside of the ring, the charitable aspects of this event and what they do. You're with Doctors Without Borders. Last year, where were you? Because you missed this.
I was actually in South Sudan last year.
Right, so she couldn't quite make it, but you're back here. And tell me about what you're doing outside of this ring then.
Well, for us in the Ultimate Cowboy, we take a keen interest in charities, and we try to support them locally as well around the world.
Amazing. And Chris and I worked together at the Flames. I know last year a couple of the Flames employees and yourself hopped on a plane. What goes on this plane, and how does it involve the Ultimate Cowboy Rodeo?
Yeah, and actually Breakfast Television has been a great sponsor of ours as well, coming down to Disneyland.
Yeah.
With 150 kids. We took our 3,000th child in the last 23 years this year. And yeah, we just give them a day off from all of their, their challenges.
Yeah.
So some of them are physically, medically challenged. We've got some socioeconomic, mental incapacitations. I mean, these kids have a pretty rough life. So we give them a day off to let them know that we care and to give them hope for the future and that good things can happen to them. So it's really kind of resetting their energy and making it, positive. So
Do you wear the hat? Because I feel like that would make them pretty happy too.
no, the hat's only for you, only for you.
Okay. So Julie, tonight, does that mean people coming here, buying tickets, sitting in these seats could possibly help Doctors Without Borders or Dreams Take Flight? How does it all work?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Doctors Without Borders will be getting a percentage of the ticket sales.
Yeah.
And Dreams Take Flight will be getting the proceeds coming from the 50-50 ticket sales as well as the programs.
There you go. Cake, Eat It Too, Rodeo, and Dreams Take Flight. That's pretty perfect. All right, I'm going to throw back to you guys, but first, Nick, could you just show this sexy tractor over there? I've got my eye on it. My goal by the end of the day, I don't know what waiver I have to sign, but I'm going to be doing loops in this ring on that sexy beast.
Wow, who knew she had a thing for tractors?
That's right, we're in the Agrium building. It's beautiful in here. It's cozy. It's warm. I get to hang out with this handsome young man, Dennis. 2 years in a row, Dennis and I. Now let's give a little background on Dennis. I'm wearing his horns. That's number
No
one.
comment.
These are not mine. I did not pay for these. Retired hockey player, retired fireman. Now, you're thinking, okay, leisurely little time. I'm done now. Kick up the feet, hang out with the wifey. No, I'm gonna be a rodeo clown.
Adrenaline junkie.
Adrenaline junkie. That'll sum up your life.
Love it.
Now you're back here for the second year to do
Yeah,
this.
looking forward to it.
Can you tell me a little bit about this event and being in this bad boy?
It's like being in a dryer. Turn the dryer on and throw it down a flight of stairs. Welcome to riding in the barrel. That's about the easiest way to explain it. As far as this event, I did 147 performances last year, and I didn't do a single event that's like this one tonight.
Really?
And the uniqueness thing about this is that you've got cowboys, 10 guys or 12 guys doing every event. So they're outside their element. You got, bulldoggers and the big guys riding bulls, and you got the little cowboys, the bull riders and stuff bulldogging. So it is good watching.
The one thing I've heard is a lot of the Cowboys, there's this mutual respect because they're doing all the events, which you don't normally see. But as far as respect goes, the respect goes to the rodeo clown. I know you're heading to Australia, so when you say over 150 rodeos, they're all over.
I'm
the
pretty
most.
lucky.
Yeah, the
I'm pretty
luckiest. So what's the rush, the biggest rush? Is it when the bull's shooting the snot out, or is it when the...
I mean, it is. It's an adrenaline rush. I mean, the barrel is actually, there's actually, even though I make it look funny, there's actually a reason for it.
Yeah.
And the idea is to put it in the arena so that if somebody gets into trouble, they can get in behind the barrel. Of course, I'm in the barrel. I take the hit, the bull hits me in the barrel, and they go to safety. So it's like an island of safety, but that's the rush, is knowing that because you can't, it's like a gopher in hunting season. You can't see it coming, and you know you're about to get smoked.
The gopher in hunting season. I love what you've done with the place in here. Now, you guys can't see, but I mean, the fixtures, everything inside is so beautiful.
It's my clown-dominium.
It's your clown-dominium. I like to call it your tickle trunk because there's a lot of well, let's see here. A lot of
There's a little bit of stuff.
things to play with
It's a
for all the
clown-dominium.
kids.
You know
All
what I
right.
call it after a bull hits it? Porta potty.
All right, Dennis, I'm going in.
You're going for the ride.
I'm going to go on the spin cycle.
Good luck.
Okay, so come on in here, Nick. Let's do it.
Okay,
so
are you
you'll
ready?
tip me over. We're going to
I'll
go.
be the bull.
Okay,
You're the
be
rodeo
bull.
clown.
Make a bull noise.
Moo.
No, let's-
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm totally ready.
Now
All
hang
right.
on.
So, like I said, Ultimate Cowboy Rodeo tonight. Doors open at 7. Come on down.
She is the bravest girl I know.
A little bit of roping with the North Carolinian. I don't know, is that how you say it, North Carolinian? Okay,
can say
sure.
that.
Okay, Austin taught me how to rope. I've been trying to rope cameraman Nick all morning, and the difference, kids, are you listening? I had to relax, and I sang a little Elsa. So here we go. Let it go, let it go. Pretty close, okay.
That was close enough. That was great.
Now, like I said, to all of you Calgary, Canadian cowboys, it took this gentleman from North Carolina to come up and finally teach me how to rope after all these years growing up in Calgary.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you don't just rope, you do it all.
I do all the events.
Yeah.
I perform. I open the show.
Yeah, so
It's
talk
a
about this. So,
full-fledged-
okay, doors open, like I said, at 7 down here at the Agrium Center on Stampede grounds. You're opening the show.
Yes,
Tell us
ma'am.
about this act.
8 o'clock sharp.
Yeah.
I'll not only light you up, but I'll leave you smoking. And you can take that how you want it, but there's lots of fire, a lot of excitement, and we're gonna keep you on your toes all night.
Now, so the event, and you got some fire, and you're out here, but then you get back,
Yeah, like-
find your stock, and you were competing.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the guys had to qualify this year to compete. That's a whole new level, and you get to pick your stock. You came in 3rd.
Yeah, last
Tell me
night,
how it works.
So last night you have your 12 guys, and we have a team roping competition where you have to head and heel. And then after all 12 guys have done both sides, they aggregate the scores,
Yeah.
the times, and from 1st to 12th,
Yeah.
in order, you get to pick your stock, pick your own poison.
Top
So,
3.
yeah, and you get one pick from 1st to 12th, and they turn around reverse order. Then the third pick, you get from 1st to 12th again. They start over.
Can you explain just the mutual respect that the Cowboys have for each other when you're doing all the events? Because this is very different. It's not just specializing in one.
Yes, this is very different than a regular rodeo. I mean, you got cowboys that's been to huge stages in their rodeo careers, but they've been there in one event or 2 events. You know, you never see guys that's been there in all 6 or 7. It's very rare, and it's very exciting. And there's 12 guys, so you can come here, you can pick your favorite and pull for them all night long, and then we'll have a good time afterwards.
All night long. I could listen to you talk all day long with that accent. Really quickly before I go back to the studio, what's your go-to event? Hopefully the other 11 guys are still sleeping, but what's your ringer event?
Calf roping.
Calf roping. So watch for him tonight. Austin from North Carolina, thank you for
Yes,
being
ma'am.
here.
Appreciate it.
Oh, tipping the hat. And thank you guys for letting me join you this week. It's been so fun.
Kristin, thank you so much for helping us out all week long. It's so nice to have you on TV. You're such a breath of fresh air every morning. Thanks so much, dear. Happy New Year to you.
Well, I hope to come back and visit, all right?
That sounds
Happy
great.
New Year, you two.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.